Happy Monday to it's Tuesday. It feels like Monday after the break. But happy Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, 2026. And we have our first real winter storm threat. This could be quite the impactful storm for areas all through the Mid-Atlantic, especially the central and southern Mid-Atlantic down into South Carolina. So here we go. I mean, it's a cold day. We have cold temperatures here for sure. 20s all day, down to the lower teens, maybe 10, 12 degrees tonight, and cold air is sticking around tomorrow. Thursday now, we get some southerly flow for a bit, so we are going to quickly warm up. Southwesterly flow. We could see temperatures getting up near 50 before reinforcing cold air. Here it is, comes in through a front. This is a very powerful high pressure. 1052 coming out of Canada. This is Arctic cold, pushing out into the United States. So temperatures are going to be very, very cold here in the plains. And that cold air is going to bleed right into us and set us up for a big snow system and winter system here along the East Coast. Cold air is funneling in all the way down into the North Carolina, South Carolina area. So an ice threat is going to be down there, as well as a lot of snow. Snow and sleet and ice and stuff all the way down into the deep south. With this overriding storm system, as this moisture and this overriding flow comes in from the southwest, running over this very cold air. It's going to be heavy snow down here in North Carolina into Virginia. And this just increases throughout Saturday and starts heading northward and bleeding up towards us. And then we get into the heavier snow as we go into Sunday here on the GFS model, with a low forming along the coast and even a secondary low. Long duration here, snow into Sunday all day, and then finally clearing out. Now, typically these things move a little faster than what the model shows, so we'll have to see if that pans out anything. But this is a big ice snowstorm crusher here from North Carolina, South Carolina, up into southern Virginia. I mean, look at that into South Carolina. It's serious icing. Very concerned about those guys down there. All the way to the coast, way down into Georgia. Lots of ice, sleet, freezing rain. Hopefully you get a lot more sleet than freezing rain, just to aid in not getting the power lines and stuff, as well as tree damage. Snow is persistent even early Monday into eastern Virginia, at least on the GFS model. And this is brutally cold air bleeding here into the region after the low moves out. So Monday into Tuesday, Monday night, I would not be surprised to see areas getting close to zero with the snow cover around. We'll have to see how things pan out. But cold air sticks around into next week. It's not going anywhere. It's low here off the north. Ooh, I jumped way ahead there. To the north is pumping cold air into the region. So it's slowly later in that week starts to moderate. You can see later in the week it's trying to get a little bit warmer. So by next Thursday, Friday, things will start to melt quite significantly here. If we get this is a southwest flow and potentially some rain. As front comes through and reinforces in another cold shot on the East Coast and generates a big snowstorm up into New England. This is so far off, I wouldn't count on this, but what it does show is even if we warm up for a bit, another really cold threat is there into the extended with a lot of wind. We'll have to see if that comes true. Sorry, I jumped around on the models. So how much snow, and there's more cold in southern snow. How much cold is really snow is forecast? That depends on the model. So let's just jump through them really quick. I'll go local. And I'll just show you where we are on totals. This is a model flat out output. There's no, nothing I can say as far as is this true or is this not. It's hard to say. So here we'll jump way out in the future. This is way past all the way to Wednesday next week. It will cover the snow period. So 10 to 1 here on the GFS. So this is 10 to 1 snow showing 8, 9, 10 inches. If we go to the European, this far out, it doesn't show here on the morning one. The morning one only goes through 144 hours. So, I mean, this could be the end, although I think it may not be. Last night's 0Z, just to give you like a sense how much snow total there could be, showing about 8 or 10 inches. So right now there is some consensus there. Being that this is a powdery snow, it should be quite more interesting than maybe what we're seeing here. So there's something called the National Blend of Models, where it's trying to blend all the model totals together to come up with a good shot of how much snow. Right around 10 inches or so is what it's showing here. You can see the big snows down here to the south. Model trends have been slowly ticking, bringing the heavy moisture north. Will that continue? I don't know. I could even turn around and start heading south. So we can... As snow lovers, we can hope it comes north, but as not. But regardless, this is warning level snow for the region. Now, there is a different type of model set up where it tries to figure out ratios. I'm only showing this for fun, not because, okay, these next two shots are what's called Kuchera, which is trying to get snow totals based on the ratios, meaning the powdery, fluffy snow showing over a foot of snow here in the region. We'll see if this comes true. I'm not really counting on it being necessarily right. It could be both too low or too high. And then if we go to the GFS for the same time period, same type of scenario, again, it's about 9 to 10, 11 inches. So, I mean, in general, it looks like, 5 to 10 inches of snow seems possible. Being safe, 4 to 8 seems possible. With the powderiness, maybe it will get a little bit higher than that. If this moisture continues to push a little further north, of course, we're going to watch for more snow. And that has been a little bit of the trend. But like I said, the trend can stop or reverse itself at any point in time. There's nothing to say. A model's a model. It's not a forecast. These are not forecasts. These are just the way things go. So in general, though, looking at the forecast here, we go over the next few weeks. Look at this cold. I mean, this is brutal cold here, the 6 to 10 day period on the East Coast. And even in the 8 to 14 period, it does show the cold air trying to retreat a bit and put the west being hot. There's a big trough along the East Coast. It could set us up for some more interesting weather. We'll have to see. Right now, we're kind of near normal, and I'd say even below normal potential here in the long range. With the way that was going with the northwest flow, there was no southerly stream. Like this system that's coming is going to actually tap a little bit of moisture that gets ejected from the southwest, and that's why there's a chance for more precip than we've seen in a while. And that is the last caveat here. We have seen many model predictions for a lot of precipitation here on top of us on these models. If they show drying trends, that is very typical what we're seeing. The thing that is favorable here for potentially more moisture is the fact that we're going to get some southern moisture get pumped into the region. That is what's causing this potential for a big snowstorm. Otherwise, we wouldn't really have that chance. So, but models have been overdoing the weather, overdoing the moisture quite a bit. So let's hope that's not the case. So, as a snow lover, of course. So again, this is the long range. Sorry, I didn't show the actual time period. 6 to 10. Sorry, y'all. 6 to 10 forecast here with temps and with the moisture. So there you go. Have a good Tuesday. Lot to come.